It's Friday night, which means it's time for another episode of the Friday Night Nicktoons podcast. I'm Ashli.
And I'm Casey. Last week we discussed the Cartoon Network TV movie pilot Party Wagon with the J-Wits. We had an awesome time doing that one. Thanks again so much, Josh. Hopefully we've got some listeners of yours sticking around now, and if so, welcome to the show.
Yeah, it was absolutely a blast. A very different look at something that we don't really have a chance to talk about otherwise, so thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. We also put out our weekly Twitter poll asking you guys if, in your life, are you more on the party wagon side or the wagon trail? So are you more of a carefree person or a careful person? And we got 58% of you guys said wagon trail, and only 42% of you guys said party wagon. I was surprised at this.
Me too, and it was pretty close. I think this one all came down to the wording of the question. I tried to be as fair as possible, but ultimately if we just said, are you on the party wagon or the wagon trail, I think party wagon would have won overwhelmingly.
I just feel like it's the party wagon, guys. You want to be carefree and exciting, right? Strict and careful, does that sound like fun? I guess like if you take this question a little more literally, maybe, but like...
Yeah, I'm on the wagon trail, I think, if I were to actually vote honestly on this one.
But the party wagon was just so much fun. I don't know. I think I am more of a party wagoner, to be honest with you. I'm a work hard, play harder kind of person. So
I hear that. Well, guys, nothing too out of the ordinary for this episode. So we'll just be running down our usual. We've got some birthday themed episodes for me. We've got 6 of them from the 2 we've missed.
He's not salty at all, guys.
This is our 100th episode. Seriously, we are so excited to be here. I remember in the very beginning of the podcast talking about, could you imagine if we get to 100 episodes, what would we do for it? You know, think of how many thousands of adoring listeners we'll have by then. And here we are. Some of that has come true.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a blast, though, 100 episodes in, and I am not tired of it by any means. I've had some format changes along the way, had a lot of memories along the way. So this episode, we're kind of just going to be taking a casual look back. We said last week it's going to be like the pizza party, right? Or you know, maybe even just like that 100th day celebration. Did other schools do that too? Where you just like celebrated that you've been in school 100 days?
Oh, I think we did a few, and we would do things about the number 100.
Yeah.
You'd have to like count to 100, or like there'd be 100 Smarties or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. We're not going to be doing that, but
but thank you, Cam, for the rare unprompted meme, and you tweeted at us, the FNN podcast is the podcast for you and me, and SpongeBob is holding a pizza box with our logo on it. It's one of your finest works.
And, you know, gotta hand it to you. It's the best way to start our celebration.
What is he now, the official meme lord in chief in the Twitter bio?
So thank you, Cam, for kicking it off right. Excited to get into this. Again, it'll be a fun, easygoing one. Casey and I are going to try and not get at each other's throats, so we'll see how that goes.
Yep, and we'll have 2 segments. One will be a Nick Trivia FNN edition segment, and the other will be a more casual look back.
And as always, be sure to follow us on Twitter at FNN_podcast, as well as Facebook, facebook.com/FNN podcast, as well as review us on Apple Podcasts so that others can find the show. Also, be sure to check out our new YouTube page. We have gotten some fun feedback there, so feel free to check us out everywhere. Give us comments, feedback, tweets, all the love.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now let's get started.
From the Nicktoon Animation Studio in Hollywood.
All right, like Casey said, our first segment here is a Nick Trivia FNN edition segment. I do want to make sure that we're clear here, though. Me and Casey have had some very aggressive Nick Trivia moments in our existence, and we're going to not go for that sort of a vibe on this one. Some of our questions are just going to be to highlight sort of old memories. Some of them are going to be, you know, to bring up things that we might have forgotten about. Some of them might be a little bit tricky, but we're not keeping score on this one. There's no winners, no losers. We're just kind of gonna have fun with it. Look back at our moments. There'll probably be plenty of fun banter in between, but, you know, I'm sure some of you guys at home will be keeping score anyways, but we're gonna try not to.
We'll do our best. We'll see how far we get. All right, I guess, do I kick it off then?
Sure.
Okay, my first question is very specific, just right out the gate. Which Nicktoon was not a part of our FNN number 8 beach episodes? So we did 3 beach-related Nicktoon episodes. One of these shows was not a part of that. We've got Rocket Power, Hey Arnold, Jimmy Neutron, and The Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay, I remember for sure Jimmy Neutron was. That was the first one that came to mind when you said beach episode, because it's the
Egypt one.
The pyramid Egypt one, yeah.
Which is funny because that one actually wasn't a beach episode.
Right, but...
But you're right. I'll give
enough.
you, like, you're right. It was in there. That's funny that you remember the one that wasn't, though.
So, there's that one. I'm pretty sure Fairly Odd Parents is the one where there's Greenpeace or something going on, and he like turns into the monster and stuff, right?
Maybe not.
I'm gonna say, sorry, what were the first two? It's Hey Arnold and
Rocket Power.
I think Rocket Power. No, I'm not sure. There's beach episodes related to all of these things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say Rocket Power actually wasn't. That's gonna be my guess.
All right, Plankton, my old friend, take it away. Oh, got it. Now I'm gonna have to do that like 20 times, the buzzers. So you know what? Correct! I won't edit it in. You are correct. I thought I'd try to trip you up there. We're Rocket Power, where every episode is a beach episode. But not on FNN 8 beach episodes. The Hey Arnold one was the one with the, like, high schoolers that Arnold and Gerald were in love with, right?
Right,
Or that
and
Arnold
like
was.
the sandcastle contest, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, okay.
All right,
I
well
thought
done.
so, but then I was like, I felt like there was something with a secret beach. There was a secret beach episode that we did for Rocket Power at one point, right?
The one I thought of was they got sand in the potato salad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the sand in the potato salad.
Yes, yeah, that's the
like,
same one. You're right.
But that is not actually in the beach episode. I don't know which one that's in. Maybe it's Tito's episode or something. Who knows? Irrelevant. Mine is kind of a similar flavor. Mine does technically go across 2 episodes, but we covered birthday episodes, try not to get salty here, for all but which of these shows? Rugrats, Jimmy Neutron, Hey Arnold, or Wild Thornberries?
Well, Rugrats, we did Tommy's first birthday, but that's the pilot, or the first episode. But we didn't do that for first episodes. We did it later. I'm almost positive. First episodes we did Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, and maybe... No, not Hey Arnold. Rocket Power was the other one. Anyway, I'm like tangent within a tangent. So I'm picking the one that wasn't a birthday episode.
Yes, and we did have 2 birthday episodes, just to remind you on that one, because my birthday is super important.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, so many birthday episodes to choose from here. So let me just go back through the multiple years that this happened. Okay, so I'm ruling out Rugrats. So can you give me the other 3 again?
Jimmy Neutron, Hey Arnold, Wild Thornberries.
I'm gonna go with Hey Arnold. Final answer.
And this is where Plankton would come in again. Correct.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey Arnold. I don't even know if there is a birthday episode for Hey Arnold.
Well, was it Eugene's birthday on his unlucky day?
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I guess we could have done that.
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure if it was. I don't remember now.
But Rugrats, we actually covered 2. We had the
Kimmy one.
Yeah, and then we also had the Kimmy one. Jimmy Neutron is the one where he makes the birthday happen every year, or every day, sorry.
That was a good
every
one.
year would be very mundane.
That was one of my favorite Jimmy Neutron episodes.
Yes. It's gold. And then Wild Thornberries, there's one where it's like her 13th birthday, and it's like a whole whole big thing.
The one with the cousin, right?
Yep. So there you go.
Nice.
Off to a good start.
So far,
a nice,
so
wholesome
good.
start.
This is nice. All right, my next one is what was our first movie that we covered as a podcast? And I'll give you the option. Do you think you can get it without options?
Let me think, and I'll.
I have some if you want them, but I think you should be able to get this one.
Yeah, I got a couple in there that I. Let me think. Okay, first movie we covered. I can think of ones that are definitely not the first movie. I don't. Oh God. I don't think it was the Hey Arnold one. I feel like that one was later. The original Hey Arnold movie, to clarify, obviously The Jungle is far later. Rugrats in Paris, I feel like might have been closer to the beginning of our movies, but maybe not. Huh. You know what? Give me the options. I'm struggling.
Sure.
I'm having
Sure.
a blank here.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Fairly Odd Parents Channel Chasers, School's Out the Musical, or Rugrats in Paris?
I'm feeling like Rugrats in Paris is right. I'm gonna go with it.
Correct.
And I almost just went with that to begin with, and then I started to doubt myself, so I wanted to hear the list.
It's by a lot, too. It was like Rugrats in Paris and then nothing until I think the SpongeBob movie.
Oh,
there were
wow.
like 40 episodes between them.
Nice. Yeah, I felt like I was like, if I hear the list, I might know that something is definitely sooner than that. Like maybe I'm forgetting something, but
Right.
yeah.
No.
And what a joy that show
Oh,
is.
that's a good one. All four of those movies are great in my book. Maybe not School's Out for you.
Yeah, well, it has its moments. It was
Today's not the day for that old argument. We're celebrating.
All right. My next one is pretty simple. It's a true false. Helga was featured in our Girl Power episode.
Define featured. Like, was there a Hey Arnold episode in our Girl Power?
I mean, right. I guess that works too.
I'm pretty sure that one, I think I know, I get it now. We did Wild Thornberries, we did Teenage Robot, and we did Ginger. So, false.
Correct, and those are exactly the three that we did. So, sadly, it's kind of hard for me to come up with a strong female character that wasn't in there, but yeah. Those were the three. That was one of our earlier ones. That one was a lot of fun, too. I think that was one of our first looks at the Wild Thornberries as well, way back, episode 12 there.
Yeah. One of these days, we got to get our girl Bessie Higginbottom in here from the Mighty Bee.
You know, she's a... I don't really remember that show that well, but I feel like
Amy Poehler.
I was going to say, random, right?
Yeah.
For her to be in there. But I think it'd be fun to take another look back at that show. I know we tend to stay in our whole 90s, early thousands, but we should maybe do some of those fringe of our memory shows sometime, if that makes sense.
If anyone has possible streams or any connection to Mr. Meaty where we can watch it, I have been looking and looking. I loved that show for the 2 years it was on, so help me out, please.
Did Casey just imagine it? Does it really exist? Who knows?
All I remember most from that show is the skinnier one holding the heavier one outside of a building. And he's yelling, take it back. And he goes, okay, I'm sorry I said your wizard hat wasn't cool.
Now I want to see specifically that moment.
Yeah, maybe I made that up. All right, clicking right along here. My question number 3. In FNN 53 basketball episodes, we looked at the Hey Arnold episode called Bench Warmer. What is the name of Arnold's coach? No options. Just short
Wittenberg.
answer. Yeah, nice.
Got
I was
it.
hoping I could trip you up and get you to say your own name.
Wittenkelb. Oh, no. No, I
All
think
right.
actually the Witten part being part of my name does help me remember that one, though.
Totally.
To be honest with you.
It's like how
sticks with
I
me.
always remember that Arthur Reed was spelled differently than mine.
Nice. See?
But his was R-E-A-D. It wasn't even R-E-I-D.
Oh, that's weird.
They were very subtle.
So, last name coming in handy here. All right, this is debatably my trickiest question, but I just thought it was kind of a fun one. Which of these 2 episodes, and it's a 50-50 shotter, so I figured that's kind of what makes it fair here. Which of these episodes contains the definition of a producer as someone who, quote, makes all the changes and then takes all the credit? Did that
Gotta be Angry Beavers. Oh,
Did that
no.
come from Wacky Deli or a Stimpy's cartoon show?
Oh, it's not Angry Beavers. It is the Stimpy's cartoon show one.
Correct. Without the options, it would have been near impossible.
Yeah, that
but
was a really funny episode.
And I thought it was fun because those are the 2 episodes where we sort of see the behind-the-scenes cartoon situations there. But yep.
But wouldn't that have
Indeed.
also totally been a Daggett and Norbert moment, too?
Oh, honestly, like, part of me, when I read it, was like, that sounds like something, like, I could picture it between the Beavers, truthfully. I was like, that seems like something they would get stupid about.
Yeah.
But yep.
And he'd say it like executive producer or something.
We got to do more of that show soon. It's been too long.
I know, I miss it. I miss it dearly.
Honestly, when I visit, we should just, like, take some time and just watch some Nicktoons.
Oh, we should watch a ton of Angry Beavers.
I'm so down.
honestly. Yeah, on the docket. Love it. Okay, my question 4. So we're both 3 for 3. I know we said we wouldn't keep score, but as we're perfect,
Let's
hard
keep it
not
going.
to. Yeah. What was the only FNN episode where we covered not 1, not 3, but 2 Nicktoon episodes? Give me the number and an approximation of what it was called.
2 Nicktoon episodes.
It's the only time we ever did just 2 episodes. We've done 3 for our whole history up to this year, and now we do 1. But we did 2 once.
So, and this could be wrong, but this is like, it would make sense for this one to be 2. Would be the Angelica Helga episode?
Oh, no. Oh, you're right. I'll accept it. I forgot about that one. My answer was SpongeBob quotes, where we each picked a SpongeBob episode. But you're so right.
I was gonna say that one should be 2 episodes, right?
It was. It absolutely was. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take my credit and run.
Now that I think there might even be more, I think we've done other two character
I was
comparisons.
trying to think because there was Donnie Darwin, but I felt like we could have still done 3 episodes potentially. I'm not entirely sure.
That might have been 2.
Because they're the same show, but I was like with Helga, Angelica. There's no way to combine the 2, right? There's no.
You know what? I think with Donnie Darwin, we did an episode that we thought featured both of them, and it ended up being more heavy on Darwin.
Yeah,
I seem to remember that.
That sounds familiar, but well.
Regardless, well done.
That quote one was still a blast, though.
Oh, that was fun. That's still a highlight, even though we had no clue what we were doing.
We had no clue what we were doing, but we were having fun with it. We were all just basically reliving old times in that one.
Yeah.
Just our old SpongeBob quote-offs. Gold stuff. All right. This is another one of my perhaps trickier questions here. When the Beavers enter their weird, I don't even know what you call it, universe start over on New Year's Eve, they determine that one of them does not like baklava. Which one of them is it? Again, this is a 50-50 shot. So this one actually is probably my hardest one. But again, you got a 50-50 shot. One of them does not like baklava. Is it Norbert? Oh my god, why did I just blank?
Daggett.
Daggett, thank you. Goodness.
Well, I think it's the one. I remember the one with the. Oh, jeez. I'm pretty sure it's Norbert.
And you would be correct.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, he doesn't, and Daggett gets very offended, and it's a whole moment.
Because Norbert has the lower voice, and Daggett's the one
Yes.
that's voiced by Billy. Because I remember the higher voice one freaking out.
That was also one of my favorite episodes, honestly. It was a lot of fun. And just another reason that we need to get back to beavers. Yep, Norb. You know, it felt like personality-wise, for some reason, like, baklava sounds kind of fancier, so I felt like for a minute maybe Norb would have liked it in,
Right.
like, some weird, classy,
Totally.
better than you way, but nope.
But
nope,
they're
Daggett's-
also both trash, you know, at the end of the
Yes.
day. It's not quite a SpongeBob Squidward thing.
No. They're both trash, but they both love each other. They've got such a fun relationship going. They really do.
All right. Well, my question 5 is true or false? Our first look at As Told by Ginger on the podcast was with Patricia.
I think that's false. I can't tell you what it is, but I felt like it came before we started up with her. I'm gonna go with false.
That is correct. It was And She Was Gone, FNN 12, Girl Power, the previously discussed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then shortly after that, because remember, we watched that episode, we loved it, and then somewhere in there, we got in touch with Patricia, and then did our As Told by Ginger episode.
Yeah, true story. All right, this one's a short answer, but it should be a very easy one. I just think it's a fun one to talk about while we're recapping. Which are the original 3 Nicktoons?
Okay, this is not an answer, and I know it's false, but every time I think of the original three, Chalk Zone pops in my head. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, it's
I
not
think
even close.
because
I guess
I think
it was
it's
part
because
of the...
it was an Oh Yeah cartoon.
Yeah, so it like feels like it's like...
Older than you'd think, but it's
Right.
not.
It's definitely not one of the original 3.
Yeah. Oh, I've got this. It's Rugrats, Doug, and Ren and Stimpy.
Yep. Which we've talked these to death, but I still just think it's wild that those are the 3 that Nicktoons started out with. It's such a weird spread. We've got Doug, which is debatably just one of our least favorite Nicktoons, to be blunt about it.
Yeah, very true.
Ren and Stimpy, which is one that makes us the most uncomfortable. I don't know. I never know how to feel about Ren and Stimpy. I recognize it as just really fundamentally, I don't know, revolutionary in cartoons.
With all we've learned about the creator as of late, it just kind of, the whole thing makes me sick to my stomach, so
Yeah.
we probably won't cover that one again.
And
But
that's okay.
the difference for me between Doug and Danny Phantom is we respect Danny Phantom because we talk about it, even when we're negative. Doug is just so not worth our time that we don't even bring it up, ever.
No, it's so mundane. It is,
Have we ever
he is-
said, oh, it's like that episode of Doug that we remember?
And that's why
This
none of
one
the
really
remaining
reminds me of
questions-
this Doug character who is well constructed and interesting.
And then
I
there's
respect
Rugrats.
Doug for its history, but that's about it.
Rugrats is one of our all-time favorites. It makes
Yeah.
us feel phenomenal all the way
Yes.
through. Lasted for so many seasons. It's the golden child of the 3 by
Yeah.
far. And it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy to me to think that's where the beginning was. So
Yeah, it's so bizarre. It's like if a different TV channel started with 3 shows and it was like New Girl, Breaking Bad, and The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like just completely
what?
different.
good stuff though. Good stuff. Glad they all happened. Glad Nicktoons
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
So
1991, right? Maybe that's one of your further questions.
it's not. So we're good.
All right. This is a tougher one, Ashley.
All right.
My question 6 is short answer, and you need to name 4 shows. What was the final 4 of Nick Madness 2016? Sorry,
That's-
2017, the first one.
Okay. SpongeBob, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
This was shows. Sorry, I'm like reorienting my
Yeah.
brain here.
No, it's hard not to think of the most recent Nick Madness.
Right, that's what I kept doing. But now we're looking at shows. Oh boy, wow. I can think of shows definitely not. I'm gonna I feel like Fairly Odd Parents is probably in there. Is that true?
Are you submitting these as we go? And if you're wrong,
yeah.
you're wrong.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay, SpongeBob, you are correct. Fairly Odd Parents, you are correct.
Okay. Just because I figure at that point, I mean, Okay. Top 4. I know Jimmy Neutron made it further than we wanted to, but I can't remember where it was on the bracket to remember if Odd Parents would have knocked it out. But I can't think of what else would be up there. I'm just going to say Jimmy Neutron.
Correct. It was in the finals. That's
Okay.
what shocked us.
Yes, I was going to say, I knew it made it further than we expected, but I couldn't remember.
It made us 2 rounds further.
You know what it is,
than we
too?
expected.
It's Jimmy Timmy faced off against each other fairly early in our latest bracket.
Right, and neither did very well, and we thought they would.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 out of 4, I can live with this regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the 4th one. Why?
Keep in mind our perfect streak is on the line here. That's all. 0 pressure.
Hey.
Just our most monumental podcast of the entire time.
Remember when I said we're going to be lighthearted, Casey?
Just imagine how great it would be if we got all 20 questions right, and it all hinges on whether you can name this 4th show.
Okay, so I know it's not As Told by Ginger.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
It's not Hey Arnold, because we were disappointed that it didn't get far at all. Why can I not come up with any other reasonable Nicktoons here? Wasn't Thornberries. Rugrats?
Ding, 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 ding.
Nailed it.
Nice. I was at 2. I was counting down. Yeah.
The pressure was on.
It was SpongeBob beat out Rugrats. No, SpongeBob beat out... Yeah, SpongeBob beat Rugrats. Jimmy Neutron beat Fairly Odd Parents. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up.
It's some combination of that 4, though.
Yeah, right. It's one or the other. Well done.
Phew. I got panicky there. Like I said, I could only come up with disappointments. I was like, Hey Arnold should have been, but wasn't.
Well, and I think there's a real phenomenon of when you are talking about a show, like we just were with Rugrats, and then you go on to the next thing, your brain sort of tells you, well, it couldn't be about Rugrats again.
Yes,
you know?
Even though we both are writing completely independent questions.
Yes,
but,
exactly. Because I was like, she's not going to get this. She's going to forget about Rugrats because we just were talking about it.
But I got there. My brain reevaluated. I'll be honest. Honestly, I started looking at my questions, and that's what was like, oh, Rugrats, duh, that's a show.
Smart.
So,
that's a smart way to do it. That's not cheap at all.
I was going to say, it's not cheating. It's just reminding me of Nicktoons, which,
Totally.
Okay.
You clearly know them.
My number 6 is, funnily enough, also related to that Hey Arnold basketball episode. It's a different question, but of all the episodes, we always have to get something the same, right?
Yeah.
Mine, I'll give you options if you want them, but if you don't need them, you don't need them. Who makes the winning shot in that episode at the end?
I'm pretty sure it's Eugene, but give me the names.
Well, Stinky, Arnold, Gerald, Tucker.
Oh, nice. So. I was just thinking what would be subversive.
Yes.
Stinky, Arnold, Gerald, Tucker. Well, Arnold does the lob from the free throw line. I'm just going to say Arnold.
And you'd be right. And I actually thought, it's funny. Arnold passes it to, he hits it off of the free throw, off of the rim. And then Gerald catches it, who passes it to some other kid, who passes it to Stinky, who passes it back to Arnold, who does his underhanded throw to win the whole game. It is a shining moment.
Well, I lucked out there. Thank goodness you didn't put Eugene as one of the 4. I don't think he was even on the team. Come to think of it.
He wasn't, and that's why I didn't put him there.
I don't think he's even in the episode.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing we kept going.
Yeah. All right. Well, similar to my last question, what was the final 4 of this most recent Nick Madness? Characters.
Oh, no. That is... Okay, so... Finale was Aang Zuko.
Ding, ding. Yes.
Now
the weird ones.
Yeah. Oh boy. You'd think this would be more clear in my mind because it's more recent, but things got really messy.
Yes, they sure did.
Things got really messy up in here. In the final four, I knew...
They're Conference A and D if you need visualization.
I'm trying to think if SpongeBob even made Final Four. I feel like he didn't. But I can't think of what else was in there that would have beat him out. But I felt like he... No, because he definitely didn't make it as far as some other SpongeBob character. Sorry, I'm like talking myself back through.
Keep working through it.
Who the heck was it? I feel like maybe Squidward was in there.
Do you want to go with that?
Sure, why not?
Ding, ding, ding. That's 3. So now you just have Conference A. Who was against Prince Zuko?
And I feel like...
I'll give you one more hint. There's a pun involved in the matchup.
Oh, Danny Phantom.
Oh, sorry if that was cheap. I didn't want to help too much.
No, Cam's memes are just way too firm in my mind right now.
So Cam, you just saved our winning streak.
I was gonna say, I remember a SpongeBob character made it further than SpongeBob, and then I was like, oh,
I
it
was
was
afraid
Squidward,
you were gonna say
weird.
Patrick. Yeah.
No, even Patrick would have made more sense. No, Conference D was a mess.
It totally was. That was the Jimmy and Timmy conference.
Well, thank you for saving me there. I don't know if I might have gotten it eventually, but we would have been talking for way too long.
Right, exactly. I figured you would arrive at it and wanted to help a little, but...
Well, both rounds of Nick Madness were a blast, though. I don't know what we'll do for sure next year. I think maybe even we'll do a shorter tournament. I don't know. We'll play around with ideas.
Yeah. But fun fact, Squidward and SpongeBob are the only two that are linked between the two Final Fours.
Oh, hey.
Because, Jimmy Neutron, the show, doesn't have any characters in it.
Right.
Fairly Odd Parents, Rugrats do not. Danny Phantom's show was not represented, and then Avatar wasn't in the tournament.
Right. Which I wonder, too, still, where it would have landed. If it would have... I feel like it might have just beat out SpongeBob entirely, too. But who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it does get me pumped up, too, about our upcoming... I almost said, hey, Arnold. Avatar Watch that we're going to be starting up. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about that more coming up soon. But
1 week away.
It'll be fun, guys. It'll be so fun. I'm so pumped. Okay. This one's a little bit weirder here. If you happen to somehow remember the names of the 2 Crust cousins from Teenage Robot, feel free to throw them out. But otherwise,
wow.
One of these 3 is not one of the Crust cousins. And to clarify, the Crust cousins are they're the people who dress up in all the different ways against...
Oh, of course.
Just clarifying in case that's not there.
I do remember that what's-her-name is the white one. Susie Carmichael. What is her name? Miranda...
I have no idea, but I know who you're talking about.
Voice. Cree Summer.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, lay him on me.
Okay, so again, there's 3 of them. One of them is not one of their names. So again, you got a 33% chance still. So.
Okay.
Tiff, Vic, and Britt.
Pretty sure. Wow, they're also phonetically similar. They're like jarbling in my brain. I think it's B, whatever that was, is not it.
Correct. Vic is not one of them. I wanted to get a phonetically similar one because I felt like it would stand out otherwise. Tiff and Britt are the Crust cousins. Which
gotta love the Crust cousins.
I felt like, we don't have a whole ton of Teenage Robot that we like going back to, but I loved the Crust cousins. I just thought they were so much fun.
Give them a show, honestly.
One of my favorite episodes we covered from Teenage Robot, and I felt like they deserved a shout out on our 100th episode real quick.
Good call. Yeah, this is why we do this, is the stuff that slips through the cracks. All right, well, here's my question 8. How many episodes of Rugrats Pre-School Daze have we officially covered on the show?
Okay, I know we've watched. I think we've only watched 2. I think we tried to watch them all and we decided it wasn't worth it.
You're right about that.
I know we did not watch them all.
So is 2 your number that we've watched, you and I, or for the show?
That's what I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. We've covered no more than 2 in the show. I'm trying to remember if we watched 3 total but covered 2, or watched 2 total and only covered 1. I actually think that might be the case. I'm going to say we only did 1 episode of Preschool Daze. No, wait, no, I take it back.
Yeah?
It's 2, and it's because of the all grown up Preschool Daze and regular Rugrats episode.
You're so right. I'm so glad I was just about to let you down.
Sorry,
yeah,
I
that's
panicked.
correct. No, I thought it was 1. I wrote the question without checking, and I was like, we only did 1, and then I checked. But what was the first one for? Because we did Preschool Daze.
1 season wonders.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah, wonder being a stretch here.
Well, we didn't know at the time.
But oh, did we find out. Preschool Daze was like the talk of 2016 on this podcast. We'd bring it up like every episode.
It was shockingly shockingly bad. It also reminds me of the interview. I don't know if you ever listened to this one, Casey, that we had with somebody from As Told by Ginger, one of the writers. I forget who.
Yeah, it was Eric Casimiro, right?
Yeah, and he was talking about how he was like, oh, this amazing show that we had planned called Angelica's Preschool Daze, and it was supposed to be so great, and it never happened, and we were like, I'm so sorry that you have to find out this way.
Yeah, and he never knew. That was one of the coolest things to happen on We're in Between, was to break news from somebody. And he was kind of like, oh, I gotta have a word with them. Like, that was after I left. That wasn't cool. Like, they stole his idea.
They stole it and butchered it. Because
the
way he explained the show, it sounded marvelous and magical.
Absolutely.
And it got turned into this nearly unwatchable. So I guess we have seen 3 episodes total then, huh?
Well, we started to watch one when you were in town.
And then we not even make it through?
Watch the third one. I think we watched it, but we were so checked out by the end because we just weren't even paying attention. It was the one about a play. It was a school play.
It was not good.
And it was really bad, yeah.
It was.
I think you said it best, that watching Rugrats Preschool Daze is so boring because it's like watching an actual preschool classroom.
It is. Like, it's not, watching Rugrats is nothing like watching actual babies, but
right.
Preschool Daze, all right, we're gonna move forward because
that was our 2017 resolution, so now we can talk about it again, remember?
Oh, you're right. We're like 6 months overdue, honestly.
Yeah, so strap in, folks. The Preschool Daze are back on the menu.
Oh boy. So bad. Okay. This one's another multiple choice one, but also just a kind of a look back episode here. In our April Fool's episode, we covered a Dora the Explorer episode where they had a soccer team. The name of it was the blank Explorers. Was it the Fearless, the Golden, the Rainbow, or the Amazing Explorers?
Almost positive it was Golden. My gut has been right so far. I'm going to go with Golden.
And you're still right here. They are the Golden Explorers.
How do I remember that? Jesus. I forgot. In rehearsal today, I forgot something really dumb. I forgot a character's name who is in the title of one of the songs. And I can remember the Golden Explorers from an episode of Dora the Explorer we watched over a year ago.
That was one of the least, talking about unbearable episodes.
That was horrible.
At least that, though, is actually geared towards children, so it's a little more forgivable. But
man, I gotta listen to that episode. That was fun. We, committed to we basically did an April Fool's prank, for those who weren't around then, where we pretended to be the Saturday Night Nick Jr. podcast, and we treated these very seriously and broke them down, and at the end we're like, okay, we're back to normal now.
Yeah, it was rough. because we were like, oh, it'll be funny. We'll just watch 3 of these Nick Jr. episodes. How bad could it be? They're not very long. And it was rough, you guys. Wonder Pets was actually still a joy.
And I'm now working with 2 people who had a prominent role in Wonder Pets on the music side of things. Both contributed songs.
Yeah.
One of them composed the theme. He's awesome.
And we agreed, too, that the music was awesome. Wonder Pets was fun. Still a younger show, definitely still a little bit of a slower pace. Backyardigans 2 had some moments where I was like, okay, I'm getting done with this. But Dora was, like, I just wanted to leave. Like, I was like, let's just say we watched the end of it. But yep, the Golden Explorers beat the dinosaurs in the world's most pathetic soccer game.
It was the dumbest soccer game I've ever seen. They stand there waiting.
And like they could have made at least like, you know, some intense moments, but nope, the dinosaurs just like don't even really try to block anything. They're just
like
kind of
they
around.
don't know how to play.
No, and I'm pretty sure they get like a goal and then they're like, we did it, we're done. And I was like, what?
Oh, man.
Anyways.
I don't think I told you, though. I was talking with Larry, our orchestrator, who was the Wonder Pets composer, and he brought up, we were talking about his career, and he goes, like, yeah, and I did this thing called Wonder Pets for a bit, and I was like, oh, yeah, I've got younger brothers, we loved the Wonder Pets, and he said it's one of his favorite things he's ever done.
It's such a joy. You can feel the joy in that one, too.
Yes,
it's
you
fun.
really can. It's delightful.
It's lighthearted. The characters are all so lovable. So
you gotta love the hamster. What's the oh no, who's the really cute one? Not the hamster. Ming Ming, the duck.
Oh yeah.
Just the
This
cutest
is the
little
Elias.
voice. And Ming Ming too.
Good stuff.
Alright, well, so now it's me, right?
Yep. Number 9.
Alright. Episode 58 of FNN, which feels so recent, but it was almost half the podcast ago. This was our Squilliam Fancy Son episode. Really doesn't feel that long ago.
No,
but
it doesn't.
In it, we looked at 3 episodes from 3 distinct eras of SpongeBob. Which of these episode titles was the most recent? Was it House Fancy, Squilliam Returns, or Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful?
I want to say it's House... Wait. Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful. Hold on.
It's
Squilliam
the one
Returns...
with cleaning the town, if you remember that one.
I don't. But I feel like... Is it that one? There was one where we were looking at it and it literally aired like a week before we made the episode. But I don't know if it was that one. You know what? I'm gonna go with that final one there.
Which one?
The Keep Bikini Bottom Clean or whatever it was.
That is correct.
Nice.
It was, and maybe we had our numbers wrong then, because the numbers I have now are Squilliam Returns 2002, House Fancy 2008, and Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful 2010.
Okay, I might be thinking of something totally unrelated, to be honest.
No, I
with
know
you.
what you're talking about. We had an episode of SpongeBob where we were like, oh, this just aired.
Maybe that was maybe it was like a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy or something like that.
I don't think we've done any of them.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out things that... It was some, like, character we were specifically trying to cover.
Right.
And that's why we had to do that episode specifically. It doesn't matter. Got it right, so...
Yeah, well done.
Okay, this one is a little bit more open-ended, but I think you'll be able to do it. I have 5 potential answers here, but if you come up with something that's not on my list, I will accept them. Just name 3 fictional amusement parks within the Nicktoons universe. We have covered at minimum 4 within our show. There's one that came to mind for me that's not... I can't remember if we've covered it, but I'm sure there's others too. So 3 fictional amusement parks.
All right, well, we covered Glove World.
Yes.
The Hey Arnold one was called something like Dino Land, but let me hold on that.
Exactly Dino Land. And
great,
I'm just going to give that one to you, so...
Love it. And then the Fairly Odd Parents one, I just don't remember what it was called. So I guess I can brainstorm others. Is there Reptar Land?
Is that what that one's called?
Rugrats in Paris.
That sounds right. That was not on my list, but...
Let's look it up. Reptar Land. Well, it's in the wiki. Yeah, it's the theme park in Rugrats in Paris.
nailed it. Okay.
So what were the others?
Adrenaland is the Fairly Odd Parents one, but they also
Nice.
do reference within that Escalator Land. When do we get to the ride? This is
the ride. Wait, so the we there's a subway that we'll take in New York while we're on one of our walks that we might do, and there's a long escalator. And if we don't say that on it, I think we've done the world a great disservice.
We absolutely should. Last one I had was Retroland within Retroville. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called.
Of course, yeah. I think that's might have what led me to Reptarland. I think I was thinking retro Reptarland.
Like I said, I'm sure there's more too, but I figured 3 was a fair number. So hey.
What if you pronounced all those the British way? It's like Reptarland and
Don't do this to me.
Retroland.
They have some fun theme parks though. I don't know which of
that's
those.
a good. That was a good one. There
Which
really
theme
are.
park do I want to visit? I don't know.
Oh,
Do I
is that
wanna
our
visit
Twitter
any of them?
poll?
You know what? I'm kind of feeling it.
We still needed a Twitter poll, yeah. So which Nicktoon? I wonder how many options you can do. I think it's 4.
If it's only 4, I don't know. I
We
kind of
gotta
like
have it. How about
Escalator
Escalator
Land.
Land in place of Adrenaland, maybe?
Yeah, I could do that. If it's 5, we'll put them all. If it's
Didn't we already do this? Oh no, we did which roller coaster would you
yes,
ride?
which I think is slightly different, and I'm gonna say we
Yes.
can do it.
Yes, so we'll have Dino Land, Reptarland, Retroland,
And
and
Escalator
Escalator Land.
Land.
And we'll leave out Glove World. That's fine.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Love it. All right, well, we're on my question 10 now. This is the one I warned you about and said that you would appreciate. Have we missed a single FNN release in the calendar year of 2018, despite having constantly changing, ridiculously busy schedules and a history of not being able to get the podcast together until the very last minute?
You know what, Casey? We have not.
Yeah, that's correct. The answer is a resounding no. But I do have a real question, Jen.
I was gonna say, is that the one we're ending it on?
No, I just wanted to brag a little.
You know, we deserve that though.
We're into
we've
June
turned
and we
this
haven't
around.
missed a week. Yeah.
And it's been a blast. It's been so much
So
better for our
easy.
schedules, so much easier. I have not once been stressed about, oh my god, when are we going to watch all of these episodes? When are we going to take all of our notes? How are we going to record? It's been
Yeah, and we've still
2018's been
done
our
some
year.
movies too, so it's not like we totally scaled back the content either.
no. And honestly, I do stand by that. It lets us dig into the episodes a lot better. We used to sort of be like, we've talked about it for 10 minutes. Let's carry forward. Whereas
Right.
now we can dig deep.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I have so much fun. But all right, hit me with the actual 10, and
All right.
I'm getting nervous, Casey.
Which
Sweating.
show have we covered the most all time up to this date?
Oh no.
Is it Rugrats, Fairly Odd Parents, Hey Arnold, or SpongeBob?
Oh no. So obviously not including We're in Between, but I mean,
Yes.
oh no. So we definitely covered a ton of Hey Arnold in the beginning. Like there was a while that Hey Arnold would confidently be on the top of that list. I don't know if that still stands. But it was definitely for a long while. Because we had like a problem. Sorry, can you rename all 4?
Yes.
It's-
Rugrats, Fairly Odd Parents, Hey Arnold, and SpongeBob.
Rugrats. We've definitely done a lot of Rugrats too, I feel like. Oh man. Out of curiosity, how close is it between first and second?
2 episodes.
Okay, so I felt like it would be close, so. Well. I'm trying to think of. Because we've done a couple of Fairly Odd Parents movies. We've also done a couple of Hey Arnold movies, though. Done a couple of Hey Arnold specials. Oh man, I'm so unsure on this one. And if I have to blow it on question 10, I have to blow it on question 10, guys. My life is hard.
It would be a bummer.
Would be. But, hey, you know what? 9 out of 10, that's an A-. I can live with it. Okay. I keep changing my mind on this one. There's just different reasons that it could be any of those 4, right?
Yeah.
Like we've covered multiple movies for each of them. Or no, that's not true. We only covered one Rugrats movie, right? We never did the original. We've talked about it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, just the one.
But still, okay. I feel like it's not Rugrats. I'm gonna guess SpongeBob, but I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Ashley. That is incorrect.
Oh, well.
It was Hey Arnold with 30, SpongeBob with 28, Fairly Odd Parents with 22 and a half, and Rugrats with 13.
I was between Hey Arnold and SpongeBob, too, at the end of that. Well, 2 episodes, so hey, close enough.
It feels like SpongeBob would have overtaken. We did an episode that was 4 SpongeBob episodes.
That's
We've
kind of
done
where...
so many.
That's kind of where I felt like it would have caught up. But yeah, we really biased Hey Arnold in the beginning.
Yeah, we were a Hey Arnold podcast, basically, for the very beginning.
Hey, you know, I can live with that. At least that was close, you know? And still, Hey Arnold is a very worthy show of all of the episodes we've watched. No regrets. The thing I was thinking, too, I was like, well, we did just do SpongeBob episode last week, so... Oh, well.
Yeah, it made it close.
Life goes on. Well, I think you might get this one right. It's a SpongeBob-related question, but I think it's fun. And it's random, but maybe you'll remember it. And I can hint you in on it if you need a little bit of help. What day of the week does the hash-slinging slasher visit?
But it's not Tuesday. I think it's not Tuesday, though. What day is today? Blank day. Right? Isn't that the quote?
It's more or less. It's and every what day is today? Blank night he comes. Yes.
It's a weekday for sure. It's something because the joke is funniest if it's not like a cool night. It's not Friday night. It's not Saturday night. Sunday would be strange. I'll bet it's like Wednesday or Thursday. Do you have options for me?
I don't, but I guess
Okay. No,
there's
you
7
don't
days
have
of the
to.
week, right? So I figure
right.
it's one of them. It's not a made up day.
Every Thursday night, every Wednesday night, every Tuesday night. Oh, that sounds pretty good. It's not Monday. I'm going Thursday. Final answer.
And we both did it in on the 10th question. It was Tuesday. Every Tuesday night.
I thought they wouldn't do the "but it's not Tuesday" joke twice.
But they did. Yeah, I figured again that was my toughest one, debatably. But, you know, 7 options. I was like, maybe you could reason it out. Yeah. What night is it? Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
I thought you were getting it too when you spoke them out loud. It felt like you had it.
I did that classic go against my gut thing, yeah.
Yeah, we both did at the very end there, and we, 9 for 10 for both of us, 18 out of 20 total questions.
Very solid.
That's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty happy about it. And you know what? No winners, no losers. So hey.
Yep. All right, well, I don't think we even need to transition. I say we just go right into like a wrap-up segment on the 100 episodes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've spent a good amount of time sort of talking through things, too, within this. I think we've bantered maybe a little bit more even than we expected to, but it's hard not to.
Totally. Well, why don't we just kind of pour through the list of themes, like, just real quick, and ones that stand out, like, I don't even remember doing that, or that one was fun, whatever.
Sure. Hold on. Or if you want to start us off with anything that comes to mind.
Well, the 3 Amigops was early.
Oh,
I didn't realize how early that was. The Jimmy Neutron special. Remember when we used to do specials too?
Yeah, those were fun. Now it's kind of like, it's special if we talk about it. But yeah, the 3 Amigops, and I think there was because we didn't get a lot of the parents in those ones either, I don't think.
Right.
And I don't think we were quite as fond of those episodes as we were other Jimmy Neutron episodes that really stand out with their exciting, parent antics going on. Specifically Hugh Neutron, let's be honest. He makes that show.
Yes, he does. And maybe that's part of why we were a little sour on Jimmy Neutron right away. Is because the parents weren't as in those episodes.
Yeah, and we did have some good moments. It was never like a dud by any means. Like it was never like a let's never watch that again.
Yeah.
Because they're
show we did once and we'll never do again, even though it was fine. The X's, that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. I felt like, man, I mean, other than the obvious preschool days, but the X's and Cat Scratch, both shorter lived than I felt like they had to be. Like they had some good content going to them. Made me a little bit sad that they didn't go on a little longer. On a similar theme, with Patricia, we did those canceled pilots. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, and I can't quite find it. But that was another one of those things.
Thunder Lizards was one of them. And then Harvey Beaks, I think. No,
Harvey Beaks is
yeah.
currently airing.
Yeah. Well, it's on its way out, I think.
Yeah.
The Modifiers and Constant Pain.
Yeah, so just another one of those things, kind of like Party Wagon, too, where you watch it and you're a little bit sad. You're like, I want more of this, though. Like, why did this have to stop? You almost, like, regret starting it because you know there's nowhere for it to go.
Oh, another topic, episodes we recorded in person.
Oh, yeah. That was
the sleepover one was our first. That was fun.
Definitely the jungle, which was such a moment for us, honestly.
That was a big one with Ray.
With Ray, yeah.
And there was another one we did in person, or maybe we tried to and ended up not.
I don't remember.
That might have been it.
Maybe Rugrats in Paris?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Who knows? At the very least, those two, and we'll have a third, right? So.
Yeah, we will. And a fourth, it looks like.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Man, I'm actually seeing Casey in person, guys. We actually are like real life friends. Who knew?
Yeah, the day after this airs, you'll be here.
That's insane.
Woo! The Rocket Power Capture the Flag episode was so good.
I was so pumped during that entire thing. That was, oh man, it brought so many feels. Just so many feels. We've done so much, man.
Yeah, well, how many total pieces? As of right now, 204. That's nuts.
204 pieces of Nicktoon content. That's... And still, I feel like we've just only scratched the surface on so many things. There are so many... We are just never struggling for more great Nicktoon episodes.
We'll just never run out, yeah.
I will say, excited to maybe do another... I'm feeling like Beavers has got to come up again soon.
Yes, when was our last Angry Beavers? Same time last week. What was that?
Oh, that was
about?
the Groundhog Day parody.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Either that or I could also go for... No, I guess we've done Rocko's Modern Life more recently. I just like doing the ones where we don't know what's coming, right? SpongeBob, we tend to know exactly the episodes, right? Like Chocolate with Nuts is such a great rewatch, but it is a rewatch. Though to be fair, I don't know if I'd seen that Rugrats episode before either.
Yeah. Didn't love the first Invader Zim we did, too.
No, that one almost turned us off of the show, honestly. Yeah. And I was glad people did give us some better looks into it. I'm scrolling back through here.
What was Space Madness from Ren and Stimpy?
Oh,
where they're trying to be astronauts.
Yeah, anything from Ren and Stimpy. Again, I kind of get, I get why it's important, but it makes me uncomfortable. To be honest with you, the first Teenage Robot episode we did with football, where no rules were anything, was not our finest moment either.
Wait, which one?
The football episode, Teenage Robot, where they're like playing football, but there's just no rules.
Yeah. And I just forgot the plot, the ending.
You know, it's kind of fun to look back on, though. It was
Totally.
At least it was watchable. It was just weird. I felt like there was a few newer Fairly Odd Parents episodes that didn't sit quite so well, but I don't know if they were. I don't know if anything was just. Man, Doug's Cool Shoes. Even the name.
Yeah, it just why did we even pick it? It just sounds like a bad episode. It was back in the days of we needed something else and we haven't done Doug in a while.
Yeah, and it was a basketball episode, so I was looking for basketball episodes for the basketball theme, and that was one of the downfalls of us doing themes all the time, too, was
right.
We'd be like, we have these two really strong episodes, and this one fits the theme, so okay.
Totally. Oh, remember the Wild Thornberrys Valentine's Day episode?
Oh my god, that one was
That
so
was my
sweet.
favorite of Thornberrys. Really cute.
Thornberrys is great, too. I don't think we've watched a bad episode of Thornberrys. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that. There have been some that are slower, but gotta
But I
love
don't
Chocolate with Nuts. It was 2 weeks ago, but it's just amazing.
Hold up. Talking about bad shows. Sorry, I need to get back to this. All Grown Up. We haven't trashed that once on this.
Oh, you're so right. It's garbage. Have we done it once or twice? We've done it twice.
We've done it. I think there was a Valentine's Day episode. I think that's where it came from in my mind. There was the Valentine's Day episode with them and the dance that was not good. And then there was the Rugrats from Babies to Teens, which was also not good. Man, that Rugrats from Babies to Teens sounds super cute, but there's only one good show in there.
It was a slog, yeah. Exactly. Oh, the Adam West episode was a good one.
Oh,
that was cool.
Yes. Still sad we had to do it, but I was glad to look back at that. What a great guy, honestly.
Yeah, he's great. Fine Dining was fun. That was one of our first interactions with Allie. Yeah, and who would have thought that she'd be on the show since then, too. So thanks, Allie, again, for those fine dining suggestions. Way back in FNN 64. I feel like that's so good. That's so good. And I always feel like the SpongeBob episode would be in there, the fine dining and breathing. But no, she managed to give us 3 episodes, 2 of which we had definitely never seen before. The Cat Dog and the Angry Beavers, which again, I just like getting into some of those older episodes that we really haven't seen before. Those were all a lot of fun. Oh, and she also introduced us to the High Five of Doom in her Dear Diary episodes. Oh my god, that's one of the best ones, too. Nice melons. High five. One of my favorite lines of all of Nicktoons. Rocko's Modern Life 2 is one of those shows. Oh, man. We really did a 180. We say this in our interview with Allie, both of us do. Allie asked us individually what's changed about our Nicktoon viewing since we started the podcast, and we were both like, we did not like Rocko's. We didn't get it. And now it's up there for me. It's really good. One last look back. What was the first episode of Rocko's that we did? Because we didn't... Oh, the band one, Leapfrogs, it looks like. Is it orange? Yeah, does that mean the first time we did a show? Yeah, Leapfrogs. Oh, it was that band one with... It was uncomfortable where, like, the wife wants him to help out, I think. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, Mrs. Big Head. Yeah. That was very inappropriate. We also had no context for what was going on with the characters. Not that it would have been good otherwise, but, like, it was out of nowhere. And I remember we were like... Well, we can shelf that one for a while, and... Yeah, we were so disturbed. But that's kind of our fault because of the on-aired episode theme. Which I'm glad we did. It's interesting to see things like that happen. Got a disturbing episode of the Ren and B show, and of course, an absolutely hilarious,
unanimated episode of The Angry Beavers.
That was great. Oh, you know what's interesting is our first Rugrats was called At the Movies. I wonder what made us pick that. Because it was... remember, it's the one where they crawl away from the parents at the movie theater?
Yeah. Yeah, what else is in that?
That was the original 3, so we did a Doug, Rugrats, and Ren.
There was totally no reason for us to specifically pick that one, huh?
Right.
I have no idea.
And then
it's fun.
A few months later, we did Home Movies, and that is a masterpiece of an episode.
I love that one so much. And our Formula Breakers episode, which was
didn't
also
we
a
both
blast.
pick that as our favorite of that year?
Yeah, of our first year. And that was way back. That was
Wow.
crazy far. Oh, man. I think, again, we could go on forever. I feel like we should, I don't know, let's go on to quickly just our favorite little tidbits of things that have changed. I know we talked about, sorry, I'm blanking here. We talked about my cynical scientist.
Oh,
which
yeah,
you guys might be missing out on. Casey had his dude same.
Yeah, that was probably for like 20 episodes tops.
Yeah. But it was fun, and the cynical scientist of me still comes out. I still think I throw that one out there every now and then. Not a called out segment, but Casey getting really into music and bringing up theater terms is definitely...
that's so true. That's gone away a little bit. We'll still talk about the score, and like if there's a classical reference, I usually have to name it. But yeah, you're right. That's not as much a thing anymore. Maybe because we've covered them all at this point, and there's nothing really left to add.
For sure.
Well, thank you to all of our guests, too, that we've had over the years. We've got Ray, Allie, Max, Josh, Patricia, and I think that's everyone? Gotta be. Yeah.
That sounds right. If we happen to be missing anybody, please call us out so that we can publicly apologize. We're not trying to.
We got lots we love all of our listeners, but there are definitely some iconic ones interaction-wise. We hear from Norbert and Celeste a lot. I think you guys were from the We're in Between crossover when we expanded our audience a bit into Patricia's audience, so we've loved having you guys around. Allie has been an active member. We've had Andrew Wimpy from the very beginning. You're crushing it, dude.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love, you guys. Ugh.
And we've got Cam, our meme lord, of course.
Of course.
And everybody else. We love getting interactions with you guys. Patricia, thank you for all the collaborations over the years.
We've gotten a couple of comments, too. We got a message from, I forget who, somebody who said that him and his kids listen in, which was fun to hear.
Yeah, that was nice.
So fun to be a family-friendly sort of event for you guys to be able to go through.
Well, here's my resolution for beyond episode 100. I would like to further delve into, like, our age people still talking about Nicktoons. There's, like, something like a Big Orange Couch podcast that does a similar thing that we do. I would love to get involved with them at some point. There are other podcasts and other, like, channels and blogs that do what we do that I think it would be cool to interact with a bit more.
Absolutely. Let's say not exactly the same as guests, but maybe a collab or something, whatever you want to call it.
Totally.
Would definitely be a lot of fun. Somebody who's as into the Nick universe as we are. And I think we've been pretty good as to having more guests on. So I do want to give us a pat on the back.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
We had obviously my brother just recently,
that
and
was a fun one.
Allie not too far behind. So, but I think doing a collaboration with some other Nick specific kind of deals, or even cartoon specific kind of deals, would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and even I think the Big Orange Couch I'm looking at now, they're a 90s Nickelodeon podcast, and it looks like they do a good deal of live action shows, so it could be fun to do some crossover if there's like a show that had some animation in it. I don't know if like All That ever did, or like Amanda, the Amanda Show I think had some animation.
Yeah, for sure.
That could be fun.
We should definitely start reaching out, getting stuff done, and if you guys know of other podcasts or shows or YouTube channels or something that you think would interact well with us, let us know, and we'll maybe try and get in contact with some people. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Totally.
And I don't really have a specific resolution, so I'm just going to agree with yours. Is that okay?
That's great. I love it. Yeah.
Seriously, though, I'm going to try to be as not lame as I can, but Casey, thanks for sticking with it. I know I've been sometimes not the easiest person to deal with my scheduling conflicts. But it's been a blast. It's been a great way for us to keep in touch. I think hopefully you guys could tell that we're actually friends too. And I think the podcast has helped us stay in touch, but it has not by any means turned us into like business partners or something.
Right,
but
totally.
I think it's...
No, the rapport we have on the pod, I think, is very similar to our one in real life. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Ashli, you totally blew that. Don't you ever pull that on my show again, or you're out.
Who are you going to replace me with, Casey, huh?
Oh, this argument again? Oh, man. Good stuff. No, anyway, you were saying... Keep saying nice things about me, please, as I try to embarrass you.
I just wanted to say thanks for getting through 100 episodes. Hopefully we can get 100 more. I mean, if we get through all of Avatar, right, we're basically there, right?
That's true. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that in our next week preview, but it will actually take us longer than we currently have gone to get to the end of Avatar.
I mean, we could always do too if we feel like we just want to do Avatar for a while. We could kind of do that to accelerate it along. We'll see.
And if we get really anxious about it, we can start doubling up and be done with it way sooner.
Right.
But
so we'll see what happens. Everything's up in the air. We have no idea where our lives are going. We just hope that there's always Nicktoons in there. So
that's very true. The one constant, Nicktoons and Animal Crossing.
That being said, are we good to move on to the conclusion?
I think we are.
Alright guys, our Twitter poll, as we said, is which theme park would you most want to go to? And pending options, are we confident it's 4?
Yeah, let's go with 4.
Okay, Escalator Land, Dino Land from Hey Arnold, Reptar Land, or Retro Land. And the reason I clarified Dino Land is so you don't get that mixed up with Reptar Land. They're two very different theme parks, guys.
So they're all land, right?
Yeah, maybe it's not the most original naming convention here. They just... Adrenaland, Escalator Land, Glove World is the only one that actually breaks that mold. Yeah. But,
and they're all like Disneyland, Disney World knockoffs.
Yeah, so which land are you guys feeling? Escalator, Dino, Retro, Reptar?
I love it. Alright guys, next week our Avatar watch through finally begins. Tell your friends. This is a great moment to start the podcast. This will be every other Friday for now. It's a long-term commitment and it'll take about 126 episodes. 26 more than we've already done. So if our lives change where we're not able to do it, whatever, we're not signing any contracts, but I feel good that we'll be able to finish this out however that plays out.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. It's been a long time, a couple of years now since I've rewatched this show. It is an emotional roller coaster. I'm glad we're still keeping the original Nicktoons content in there. So we will have some back and forth. Hopefully it's good things for everybody involved. But I'm excited for this sort of new direction for the podcast. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think we'll get some people hopefully following along, starting from the beginning. Maybe if you haven't seen the show, this is a good time to start, guys. So, yeah. All that being said, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. We'll definitely be letting you guys know throughout our social media what episode we're on in the Avatar series so that you can keep watching along with us.
Totally. Well, thank you guys so much for the 100th time. Wow. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.